Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen here. This is National Sports Lawyer here, and welcome back to a brand new video here. As I'm going to do my 2023 NRL official fantasy team there for round one as well. And any of you guys are brand new to the channel here as well, please give it a like and subscribe here to the channel as well for more local content there coming in the near future as well. So, enough of scrambling around. Let's get into the official team there for round one there for my NRL fantasy team there for 2023 season. Here we go. So obviously, we're gonna go through the hooker there for first as well. Now for Ray Mighty Man, I know that he wasn't really up to speed there for his expected performance there, but if you really look at his strengths as well, he's pretty much your type of guy who's gonna get those tackles in there, who's gonna get those great decoy runs there for your back rows as well. You know they have Raymond Vitellion Mariner there, which I did not expect him to start there, which I feel like maybe that's possibly going to unlock his true potential as well. I mean, he did it with Bryce Corrie as well, and a lot of people like me there, when Bryce Corrie first came to the Eels, I feel like he was the worst ever signed there too. Money and Bryce Corrie and many other forwards there really gave him those strong runs, especially to be able to kick out there as well. Also playing up with a grand finalist as well. And I reckon, his 40 20 kicks, can you put him in as well? I feel like maybe if a Manly, they are going to be up for the game there against the Bulldogs there. They are playing at home as well, so possibly. So, yeah. Okay, so for my other middles there, I got the cheese as well. In the middles as well. Now, the reason why I got the cheese there as well, I know that he is a hooker, but man, and man, he can be pretty good as well throughout his runs as well. He can play, also a locked as well, but I doubt that he's going to play for locked as well. I feel like he deserves to be an 80-minute hawker there, in my opinion as well. And he's really going to get a couple of try assists as well, especially coming out of dummy half as well. And he is pretty hard there to stop there sometimes as well. I know that last season he wasn't really the best, nah, but obviously they were playing him out of position in this and that, but he wasn't too bad there a lock. So maybe he'll possibly, but with Vic to rally, he did had to face a couple of injuries there from last season, which I don't think Smith is gonna have any chance at all there, a lock there anytime soon. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. Now for Tom Gilbert, now a lot of people said to me, well, there were plenty of other big names there to start up there for your lock position as well. But I feel like Tom Gilbert there, he's going to play the most minutes there for locked as well. We all seen on how underrated he showed his performance there for the Cowboys there from 2022. And I feel like his strength, his tackles as well, and his post contact meters as well, those big impactful tackles as well. I know that a lot of people may tell me maybe well how about Ray Stone for example? Well, he is staying on the bench there as well for number 16. Um, but I feel like Tom Gilbert is really going to have some pretty good impactful runs there for playing 60 minutes as well. So we'll have to wait and see on that one as well. Plus he is pretty cheap as well, and yeah, man, I just feel like well Ray Stone he does have a couple of injuries there in the past. He just came off one during the off season, so he is back and fully fit. I thought he was going to be injured there during the trials there against uh the Titans. But it looks like, yeah, man, he's still available there on the bench. So yeah, I just feel like Tom Gilbert is going to be much more fitter there for the lock position, and going to be pretty much impactful than what Ray Stone is doing as well. But Ray Stone, he is still going to be pretty impactful there coming off from the bench as well. He can be, I want to say, like a ball skilling player, maybe on how Tom Gilbert is like, but he can be high runner as well. He is pretty underrated on how he touches, he takes the hips as well, and to really work hard as well throughout those blood, sweat, and tears as well. So yeah, that's why I picked Tom Gilbert as well. For Patrick Carrigan there, it's a no brainer as well, man. Now the biggest concern here, can he stay fully fit throughout the whole season? And I feel like he's going to. And if he can stay fit throughout the whole entire season, man and man, I feel like Patrick Carrigan there for me is gonna score some big points as well. He may be off there sometimes. I know he was a little bit off there, coming back from injury there during the second half of the season as well, from last season. But I just feel like for Patrick Carrigan, man, he could really get us off loads there, coming in there for you. So yeah, and he's a very hard man to stop. He can break tackles, um, and can also score a couple tries as well. And yeah, his averages there for his run there is quite scary to look at as well, especially the break tackles, the line breaks as well. He's just an absolute unsto- un, unstoppable force. But if he can stay fully fit there for the season, I reckon he's going to be an absolute, uh, machine there. I know maybe Payne Haas is probably another option as well, but I don't want to spend too high there. Former round one team players as well, and we're gonna go through the edges over here. Jermaine Hopgood there. Now I know that I'm a promo fan, but man, the offloads, the tackles, uh, the aggression there on the runs as well, on the hips there. I reckon he's gonna be a very hardworking fellow over there, and I feel like he's gonna show much more ball skilling play, much more aggression than what Mato does there. I I locked there for us there back in 2022 as well. He did had a couple of good performances there, Ryan Madison. But obviously, with him, with the free match ban as well, it's a very big opportunity there to even show for what he did there in the All Stars match there, and obviously there in the trials as well, to bring on to play those minutes as well. Which, man, oh man, this young fella, to give him much more minutes as well. I feel like he's gonna be one of those locks where you don't want to really underestimate him. I know that you say, oh, but Parramatta, they lost Isaiah Papali, they lost Nikore, they lost Kafuzi, they lost Money. Well, doesn't really matter. I feel like Hopgood is really going to get the fullback there going as well, and can really keep the ball alive there, especially for Dylan Brown as well. So yeah, I feel like Jermaine Hopgood there, he is a must buy there for myself as well. Now another good player as well who's probably going to improve on his career there big time, and that's going to be Luke Garner there as well on 478k. Now, the reason why I picked Luke Garner, man, I feel like he's going to have some similarity there to Jermaine Hopgood. I don't feel like he's going to be that like uh, aggression, uh, aggressive and this and that. I just feel like his average running meters as well is going to be pretty good as well. His tackles there is also going to be pretty good, and I feel like him, Jermaine Hopgood there is pretty good there for the edges as well. He can make a couple of good post contact meters and this and that. So that could come to hand as well. To really add on there on Jermaine Hopgood as well. So I pretty much explained for my mids and my edges as well, which so far I feel like my middles there and my edges so far is really going to dominate as well. But speaking of dominance, I know. Okay, man, listen, look, I know we're gonna go out of the way there with with Matthew Burden. Obviously, he is going to be pretty dominant there for his bum kicks there. I just feel like with him, just a card as well, especially uh, being him selected as captain over there is going to be absolutely just uh, unstoppable as well. When Josh O'Carr he ruled himself out there of the All Stars matches as well to fully focus there on the Bulldogs field as well. I kind of thought Josh O'Carr was going to be maybe possibly there for captain, but I feel like he's mostly like a vice captain there to Matt Byrne as well. And if the Chiefs out does get injured as well, I feel like Matt Burton is good back up there to really be the captain as well. He was pretty good there on fantasy there for myself, and I'm gonna keep my Burton there for myself there in the halves as well. And yeah, man, I reckon my Burton can potentially be the 5'8" for New South Wales, or could possibly be the 5'8" of the season. Yes or no? That's a bold prediction, but yeah, yeah, Matt Burn, man, he yeah, don't think he's gonna be silent, man. The bomb's still coming. The combinations with Josh Carter Fox, and, his pressure game, man, is something to not be messed with as well. And the fact that they're all already, found skill and they're making him captain really shows on how much trust and how much ball skill they're going to determine on himself as well. So yeah, Matt Burton there for himself there is really going to dominate there on the 5'8" position there at round one, and it's something the Manly should be looking out there, especially with reminding as well. Tanner Boyd, man, the man. I know that he is young, but I feel like Tanner Boyd, he's really going to be the main key and um, possibly going to be one of those hopes for the Titans season to even be a possible top eight team there for the season as well with Kieran Foran as well, which is really going to help him out as well with the confidence going in there. The crossfield kicks as well, what we have seen there against the Brisbane Broncos as well. No, sorry, was it against the Broncos? I feel like no, it was against the Brisbane Broncos. Yeah, it was when he put that crossfield kick there. I think it was for I think it was for Brian Kelly, I believe. I'm not too sure, but man, to man, yeah, I reckon himself there is much more better there than the type of Sexton as well. And and the reason why I spent on a cheap half as well. Now, I feel like he's gonna get those good points as well. His kick game as well. And I feel like you know leaving your money there, for someone else there, and I gotta be like 69K salary remain there, which I could put I could easily if I could just build up the money and if Tanner Boyd somehow he's gonna get a bit inconsistent as well, uh, a halfback, which I don't feel like he will, which I feel like he's gonna have some roles that the Titans do need, in my opinion as well. But the confidence, I feel like yeah, his high ball is there. His crossfield kicks there. I feel like he's gonna get a couple try assists there from himself as well. For this week. So yeah, I think he'll probably get maybe one. But yeah, we'll see on how he goes there. At round one. But man, yeah, it is a big call to really get Tanner Boy there for round one. But I don't want to spend too much there as well on my team. for Herbie Farnworth, in the centers as well. Farnworth, man, I know he's gonna come up, against Steph Crichton, and Brian Todd as well, as I do have Crichton as well, which I'll go to him for a second as well. Now, the reason why I have Herbie Farnworth there in the centers as well is because the speed. I feel like he's gonna score maybe a bit like for anytime try scorer as well, maybe. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Plus, he can make those great line breaks as well, and those run there as well as what we've seen there from last season. He's gonna be pretty much a good help there for just your office as well. So he'll probably get maybe he'll try and maybe get at least one try assist as well. Which I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably maybe get lucky, and it'll probably be bizarre to even see Arthur score against Penrith as well at Bluebird Stadium. So yeah, that's why I've spent on Herb if I'm off there or 570k. Now for Seven Crichton, I think it's pretty obvious, man. The way that he showed it there, from last season, especially in the grand final for Samoa. But man, oh man, I know that there are some corruptions there, some distractions there for himself there to leave the Panthers there to go to the Canterbury Banks of Bulldogs there for 2023. Now, the variety, the assists, the intercepts, the run games there as well, the passes there as well, maybe some line breaks assists there that he could also get there as well. And man, yeah, I feel like if he does most importantly just consistently just start as sensitive rather just at fullback there, I feel like he's gonna be incredible there with Brian Todd as well, which I do see him getting the first try assist as well, with Brian Todd also getting the first try there as well. And yeah, man, Stephen Crime, man, I feel like it is a no-brainer as well. He was, pretty good there for defense as well, even though he kind of dropped off there for a bit there in the mid season. But I reckon for this season, he's gonna show why the Canterbury Banks of Bulldogs signed him there as well for next season. Now for the wings and fullbacks here, I'm gonna go for Latrell Mitchell here. Man, Latrell Mitchell, man, his strength, the way that he came back there from Philly there from last season, man, and making those tackle breaks, those try assists as well, and for my tip video, I did actually put on a crazy tip there for Latrell Mitchell. So go and see my round one NRL Supremeship round one tips as well. It's gonna be. I'll probably put it there in the end screen there towards this video as well. Now Latrell Mitchell, man, mate, like his strength, he's gonna get those try assists as well. He's probably gonna get maybe some tries as well in the match as well against Cronulla as well. And yeah, man, you know, the run meters, he did actually have some pretty good run meters as well. I think he also got over 200 run meters there a couple times there from last week, and I feel like he's going to evolve it much more better for the season as well, much more consistent as well. And yeah, man, that's why I have Latrell Mitchell there, for my wing there and fullback there as well. He was pretty good there in the last few rounds there as well. Um, Now we're gonna go through the next one. Now I did a lot Lachlan Miller here as well, but I don't know about Miller, man. I feel like he might go pretty good there on the kick returns as well, but I don't really see him doing that much as well. But I feel like Josh Adokar there. I know it's maybe not. I know that for a winger there, he may not be gain like consistent tries as well. But I feel like with him and Matt Burton as well. I feel like him and Burton as well is going to be absolutely just incredible as well. He's going to get those tries as well. Does run is there as what he needs as well. And yeah, the Foxman when he puts on the acceleration, man, uh, the Ferrari man, he is absolutely just steaming off. I know that Charlie Staines is a Ferrari, but you know what? Um, I'm pretty sure you know what I mean as well. I'm pretty much referring back to the World Cup nines there when the commentators just basically called Josh Akar uh the throw there as well. But man, the Fox, I reckon he's going to try to off there in 2023 as well, and yeah, he's going to be pretty hard there to stop there with Matt Burn as well, you know, getting involved with those points as well. So yeah, for Brian Toho, he is cheap as well. I heard he was pretty good. I heard that some good amount of people have picked him up as well, about like 10.1 as well. So more percentage of people have picked him up and more than just Okada as well. For Brian Tor, man, for his strength there, the break tackles there, for the post controversy there for a little bit. They, yeah, the tries that he can score there as well is it's hard to stop. I know he's not best there on the high board there for himself, but for the high contest, but I feel like he's just going to do the job as we did it from last season as well, and I feel like he's going to get much more stronger over his work. He was also pretty good there in the World Cup as well with Steve Crine and Jerome Lloyd as well. That's why I have Brightor there in the winger and fullback position as well. Okay, now we're going to go through the bench as well. Just give me a sec. I'm just going to put on my taskbar on the bottom as well. So I will be right back. Okay, we are back. So we're gonna check on the bench over here. We got Timo Minen there as well. Timo Minen. He is starting there. I five out there with Sean Johnson as well, and I feel like himself there is really going to put on that good kicking game as well. I feel like he's going to get man of the match as well. He's going to get himself like two try assists there against the Knights there. In round one there as well. He does have experience as well, and I feel like starting him there as well. Maybe once Luke Metcalf maybe does come back, I might need to try him out there maybe in the next few rounds. If they are looking to get Luke Metcalf there, at 5'8" as well. If Charles Nick Clockstand, in case he may not do as best there, I fullback there as well, but we'll have to wait and see it as well. Maybe they'll probably shark him on there at fullback there as well. Maybe put him on in the utility bench as well. Maybe Timo Minen. So we'll have to wait and see, man. Because the Warriors, man. Um, yeah, man. I just feel like at the moment they're playing in their playing is to consistently keep up with Timo Minen there as far there as well. And yeah, that's why I got him there in the bench. Terrell May, I picked up a pretty good like cheap play as well. He's really going to get those pretty good minutes as well. He's going to start there for number 17 as well. And I feel like with him and also Brandon Smith as well, which surprisingly Jake Turpin is not going to be the utility player as well. So with Smith on there as well, I feel like Smith there, he's really going to give him those pretty good runs as well, and I feel like he may do some pretty good money as well. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, there could be some changes to my emergency there as well. You know, like the good cash cows there that I do have here on the emergency as well is Makatoa, Davy Moal, Sonny Luke, Paul Alamotti. I'm still skeptical about him as well, which I did not. I expect him to start there in round one as well to even make his debut there that early as well. I thought it was going to be Bray, De Burns, and Hayes Perham there for Santa there as well. But it looks like Jake Carraz there is going to start there in the centers there with Paul Alamotti as well. So we'll have to wait and see on how that one goes as well. Yeah, but Hayes Perham there, I fullback there as well is going to be pretty interesting to see. So that could be big advantage as well, especially on the kick return as well. He does have the speed there. He can shift up there with maybe with Paul Lamotte there to maybe connect to there as well. So we'll have to wait and see on that one as well. In round one for Isaiah. Sorry. Yeah, Isaiah Katoa. Is it Isaiah? Yeah, Isaiah Katoa there. I did not expect him to debut um, for the Dolphins, but to be honest, I think it was expected to come when you actually think about Milford's performance there in the trials, which I mean, like taking it all off from granted there from Milford's performance there in the trials there, I think maybe they just take him there a bit too seriously there as well. Um, but I do feel like maybe Milford there could possibly come back to prove himself. But going back to Guitar Man, for a young talented kid, man, he came out from the Penrith system as well. He was pretty good there for Tonga, gained those pretty good kick meters as well. I think he got himself two try assists there. Um, and he's also pretty good there on the run games as well for a bit there that I have seen there. But yeah, his support play there, the passes, the last decision kicks there, that is going to be pretty important there as well. With along with Sean O'Sullivan as well. So yeah, man. For a cheap player like him, I reckon he could be a possible like bargain there as well. But we'll have to wait and see. Um, yeah, man. That's pretty much it. For my team as well. I think I'm gonna go through some summaries as well. I'm gonna keep Brand Smith there for my captain as well. But as I said before, Burton could possibly the backup there as well. He could possibly dominate there as well. So we'll have to wait and see. Um, there could be some changes as well. I'm not gonna lie. For my emergency there, I haven't really gone into it since I just saw the team list there and just did some last changes as well as what you guys seen on my actual round one. Sorry, my early fantasy team review. I've revealed there as well. Sorry about that. A couple weeks ago there as well, or was it about like a month ago? I'm not too sure, but I feel like my team is way more better than what was there for my early revealed as well, and I feel like it is fully loaded and fully ready to take on the first round of 2023 for the NRL fantasy season. So bring it on. I am in a couple of leagues as well. Some of yous that you may know that I am in as well. So if you do know, shout out to you guys, um, and expect me to cause a couple of upsets there against the favorites as well. And yeah, I'm probably going to make some late changes as well. And if you guys do want to see my last few changes there before the round one season does kick off as well, go and make sure you follow on my Instagram page as well on national. I think uh, just give me a sec there here as well. I'm going to check actual name here for my Instagram as well. My Instagram name is National Sports loaded as well. There's no capital N's and there's no capital S or no capital L as well. So there you go. My Instagram page is National Sports underscore loaded. I'm going to leave it in the link there in the description there below as well. And lads, yep, you're going to see that on my posts as well, and I'll keep you guys fully updated there for tomorrow there before kickoff there as well, especially for before my live stream as well. And speaking about that, I'm going to do my preview here. I actually live as well. I think maybe once before this video comes up here as well. So yeah, other than that, if you guys are brand new to the channel over here, please give a like and subscribe here to the channel here for more low content there coming in the near future as well. And lads, this has been National Sports Lawyer here. Take care and peace.
I'm coming in hot.